morning, everybody. It's really a pleasure to have you here. So namaste and bonjour, of course. So let me start this talk with a few questions. I would like you to see if what I will speak about is really relevant to you. Okay? So first question. Have you ever felt sometimes agitated or anxious or worried at work or at home without really knowing what was behind that? There was no particular reason. You are not quite at ease with yourself, just being yourself. Another question. Have you ever felt, while you were working on a project, on replying to some emails and so on, that you were unable to focus on what you were doing? And so many thoughts were assailing you and taking you for a ride. Other question. Have you ever been in a situation where the intensity of the emotional, let's say, reaction that was triggered by a conversation with a colleague or your wife or your friend totally overwhelmed you? And it took you like half an hour or 2 hours to recover. You were totally drained. Your energy was drained. Other question. Have you sometimes felt that your thinking was not as sharp as you wanted? You're unable to manage the overwhelming amount of information and data you had to deal with at work, and you are totally lost. Did it happen to you, all this situation? I'm sure it happens to all of us. It's very common, let's say, challenges that we face in our lives, both personal and professional. So now the next question is the following. Is there anything we can do which will be like what you said, which I love, the power of little, will be simple, but which can take care of these challenges? And the answer is very straightforward. The practice of meditation. Okay. So what is amazing is that when I came back to India, where in fact all these contemplative and meditative practices are supposed to be born, I saw very little people like meditating. In this room, how many of you are meditating regularly? Just raise your hand. Regularly means on a daily basis. Okay? So nice. I'm very glad that I see at least some hands. When I ask the same question when I am in Paris or I visit US, it's like the ratio in the audience I address will go to 20%, 30%. So in fact, the leaders of all these corporations, of these companies in the West, the biggest companies in Europe and in US, have already embraced, as part of their programs on a regular basis, trainings into meditation, yoga, or some forms of mindfulness. Okay. So Google, for example, has initiated a program for their employees all over the world, which is called Search Inside Yourself, which is blending elements of Buddhism, and very overtly, without being shy about it. Another difference with India. And with emotional intelligence. And it works wonders. All these companies have also in their premises some space where staff can spend some time just being with themselves, meditating, a silent room, meditation room. Education institutions also, like Berkeley, Oxford, INSEAD, and so on, have either some research lab, and now it is beginning very fashionable to do some research in these fields, which was unthinkable a few years ago. 10 years ago, if you said that you were doing research on contemplative sciences, they will take you as the nuts. Okay? Now it's mainstream. So now, let's go. I will not do too much talk on the benefits of meditation, but just two studies. to tell you the weight of what is going behind this amazing phenomenon. What does an 8-week training involving only half an hour meditation per day and half an hour yoga exercise, what can it do to your brain? Okay? So what they do, they take these neuroimaging techniques, and what they amazingly see in these findings is that the group, which is the meditator group, compared to this novice group, will show an increased activity and an enhanced, let's say, density of gray matter in all these areas of brain which are dealing with self-awareness, complex thinking, learning and memory, and emotion regulation. Okay? So it means that meditation is not, we are not anymore in this space of this mystical space or this otherworldly space. There are proven benefits of a regular practice of meditation. Another study, very revealing also. So they took a group of 41 biotech employees, randomized controlled trial by Davidson and Kabat-Zinn, were two of the leading, let's say, researchers in this field. And what they showed is that same duration, 8 weeks, after 8 weeks, plus a follow-up 4 months after the training was over, they displayed an increased, let's say, left-sided activation of the prefrontal cortex. So what does it mean? I'll make it simple, Nirja. Okay? What is this left prefrontal cortex? We all have right and left prefrontal cortex. And what is happening is that if the relative balance between the two is tilting towards the left side, so you will be more happy and more energetic. And this is exactly what this group of meditators displayed. So amazing. Now, I want to stop, let's say, speaking. I could go on and on telling you all the meditation, let's say the benefits of meditation. What do you think about trying a short practice? Okay? So be with me. Take it in an open way. It will be a short one. And let's see what it does. Okay? I promise you, it is not, I will not take you to some chakra or some blue light and so on. I will not take you to some nirvana. I am a practical and pragmatic person. Okay? So let's try this. So please sit comfortably with your spine straight. So you can close your eyes deliberately. And come back to yourself through being aware of your body as a whole. Can you feel the liveliness of your body from head to toes? Your head, your neck, your chest area, both your arms, your stomach region, your back, upper back, lower back, your legs. You're just aware of the sensation of your body. Now, to come back to yourself, this is a very powerful entry point. The second being your breathing. So come to your breathing. You're not trying to manipulate your breathing in any manner. Breathing takes place by itself. Breathing in and out, moment after moment. You are with your breathing. You are aware of what is happening now. Now open and shift your awareness to the sounds in this room, or maybe the flow of the air of the AC. Just be aware of what is happening. You are not trying to do anything of it. You are not trying to modify anything or change anything. You are just present to what is. So we are so familiar with the person who is making effort and changing things. Now you are reconnecting yourself just to you as the simple, awareful person. Naturally relaxed, tranquil, welcoming without any judgment or rejection anything which is happening now. So slowly come back to this room. You can open your eyes. I've just done something very simple, which is making you realize, or making you coming back to yourself. Just as if I was bringing you from the stormy surface of an ocean to the depth of yourself. Not something which is esoteric or mystic, but just a presence, an awareful presence, which is always there, and to which you can come back anytime during the day, and from which you can act with clarity, with tranquility, and you can reach out people out of compassion, out of courage. So thank you very much.